My name is John Dawson. I'm a custom home builder, and I flew out to South Dakota just to settle one question. What is the best exterior framing lumber you can actually build with? I wanted to find out which material is the strongest, the easiest to work with, the most cost effective, and stay tuned to the end because I break down every dollar spent on each build and it blew my mind. But ultimately, I wanted to find out what lumber gave you the best bang for your buck. And let's just say, that did not go according to plan. I'll never do that again in my life. Sorry. We are in Spearfish, South Dakota, and we are getting ready to do the ultimate test. You guys have seen me talk about Owens Corning lumber, but instead of blowing smoke, I wanted to actually get into the nitty-gritty with another person who uses Owens Corning and other lumber materials, Gord from Wood Bully. What we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be putting to the test pressure-treated lumber with Owens Corning lumber to see if the value shakes out. Damn, let's go look at that. Let's go.
Stop.
I can't see a single straight board in the pile. So we got the fascia, the 1x12, the Biscayne color fascia. This is for the PT build. So we're gonna go grab the framing, that's PT, and we're gonna send them off. So as you guys can see, we are not touching any of this stuff. They are picking it out, they are loading it up. We're not going in there and grabbing bad boards. We're not going in there and grabbing good boards.
Nope,
we are letting them, we haven't told them anything. We're just letting them load it up. So keep in mind, what we get is what we get, but you can still hate us in the comment section. We appreciate your engagement.
Yeah, we like when you're upset.
All right, so they just loaded up our 2x12. They're going down there to grab our 4x4s,
correct.
2 of those 4x4s. Is that it?
Yeah, that's correct.
And that's all we got?
Yep.
Okay, so I've got 1,228.92.
Yes. After digging through the lumber yard, we ended up with the highest quality exterior framing lumber they had, which was kiln dried after treatment, or KDAT. What that means is the wood is first pressure treated for durability and then kiln dried to bring the moisture content way down. In simpler terms, it's pressure treated lumber, but better. You don't have to worry about as much shrinkage or swelling. It'll still expand and contract, but nothing like the movement you will get with standard pressure treated lumber. And as for the competitor, obviously we're using Owens Corning lumber, and luckily the ranch we were building on had some leftover boards from a past project, so we dug into the scrap pile and pulled out exactly what we needed for this test, and now it's time to get building.
I would say let's sort through them, find
Okay.
out which boards are the best for stringers, crown them, mark the crowns. Then we'll find out which boards are the best for rims, mark them. Then what we got left will be the rest of the joists.
Rest of the joists.
Yeah, this one looks pretty good, actually.
This one is actually, let's put the good ones right here.
What do you think of that one?
Mark crown up. Actually, I can do it.
I just put an X on the top.
Yeah.
And do you think that one's a good stringer yet?
I don't like that center. This might, well, this one's kind of cupped.
It's got a real cup to it. It might work as like a regular joist. Where's the crown on that one?
I don't want to use this one. I mean, yeah, that's fine. We'll use this as a...
How about I crown it for now and we put it over there?
Yeah.
Use it just in case.
All right, for the next 15 to 20 minutes, we went through all the boards and crowned them, took out the ones with the cracks, splits, warps, cups, twists, stuff like that. Just what anybody would do, whether they're framing a deck or a house. You don't want to use the bad boards if you don't have to. And unfortunately, we got a lot of bad boards. Yeah. So here you can see that we have a solid split all the way down the middle, halfway down the board, and then we have a split coming in from there. I don't care what I'm building. I would probably never use this except for scrap. I mean, I wouldn't even use it for blocking because if I cut a piece like this, my block's going to split in 3 different pieces. You can see here. Again,
like
we're being picky because we are going to be dicing and slicing these up. This would be a good board if you were running 8 foot. Just cut this end off, get rid of this split, and you'd be golden. But I think we have better ones over there already. So.
I mean, it sounds like we're being crazy, but like...
If you're putting a warranty on your work though, I'm not going to walk away from that having peace of mind.
So what do we got out of 16 boards? 4 that are like
we're
confident with?
I would say 5 solid.
Yeah.
3 will do.
Yeah.
So we know that we have, I would say since we have about 6 to 8 boards, that's about 50% of this is usable.
Yep.
50% of it could be used. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut my rim joists. So I'm cutting 2 of them at 4 foot exactly, and then I'm cutting the other ones at 45 inches because we have that 3-inch differential with the outside board. So with this board, I'm gonna cut 2 45-inch pieces out of it, but because we have some splits on either ends, we're gonna reduce that 3 inches on each side to get rid of those splits so we got a nice solid board, and then we'll still have enough space in the middle for our 45s. Hate those saws. All right, so we got 2. These are our interior.
45. So we want to find one with no split ends. Look at that. Look at this.
That's crazy, dude. So if we
beaver
come in
came
here,
in.
this is as close as we can get with this.
That's how much board we have.
So we got to cut.
Minimum.
We got to cut that off.
Minimum.
If we cut this,
Oh, you want me to do it?
that's it.
And I don't even know Kung Fu.
Now you do. I'm pretty sure that gets you your black belt right there. All right, so now that we got all of our boards sorted out and cut to dimension, Gord is gonna start putting our rim joists together. I'm gonna cut a few joists that are gonna go on the interior. Because these pressure treated or these kiln dried boards are not gonna be the end fascia for the deck, we can just nail them together with no 45 mitered corners, just with butt joints, and then we're gonna go ahead and put interior brackets on the inside. But this really makes it move quick and makes it really easy to get put
We're
together.
gonna go over here, do the exact same thing. It's a 2x12, so rule of thumb is 6 fasteners. And it's a 2x6, 3 fasteners, 2x8, 4 fasteners, 2x10, 5 fasteners. And if you see the pattern by now, good. Making sure the crown is up is crucial with pressure treated, or else you get a very impossible to level structure. And theoretically now this should be a 48 by 48. We're very close to it. I don't know how close it is, but closest it's getting today.
I'd say it's tits.
It's good. We got a little bit of funkiness going on here. There we go. Just because sometimes the wood twists a little bit, so you got to put one end in first and then steer the other end in to make both of them look almost good.
So we're doing 16?
16 OC is standard. That's what we'll do. That works.
So I'm marking on 16.
All right, on the 16 and then X
And then X away.
this way.
Yep. So what he's doing is when he's pulling from the outside of this board, we got to take account for this meat right here. So when he marks his mark, he's doing X away, which means that your board will go on the far side of your mark. Just so you have 2 builders from 2 different countries, it's universal to know what you're doing if you're both marking layout, because I've seen boards end up on the wrong marks and it's ugly.
Oh. I'm going to mark this because I want to use it as a guide to make us plumb, right? Because these joists, but the problem is the joist tells you if it's going to be plumb or not right away, and you got to be a wood bully.
I get it.
Mm-hmm. Jesus, I could probably throw that as far as it can come right back to us. What do you think?
Not quite.
I don't want to break this, but it's all we got. So that was a good idea, throwing this up here. You give yourself a little shade as well.
Yeah,
Want to grab you some hangers?
Yep. And I need those screws.
You're gonna need 4 hangers, hanger screws, and 2.5s and 1.5s. These are Simpson Strong Drive screws. They're equivalent to the hanger nails that you would know, but they're easier to use, and if you make a mistake, you can back them out. Not only that, but the 1.5 is equivalent to like a 3-inch, and the 2.5 is equivalent to nothing.
There is no equivalent.
Yeah, it is just the greatest thing ever. So a lot of people don't know this with the hangers. A lot of guys, they'll put the 1.5s all here, and then they'll put 1.5s in here too. But really, you want to use the 2.5 or a 3 if you're using nails to go through your joist like this and into the rim behind it, because that's what actually holds the joist to the rim. Other than that, what are you doing? You're just setting in the metal and hope it doesn't move.
We're going to set our brackets in a more comfortable position where we have this here. This is something that we do with OC. We'll set our brackets and then we'll put up our ledger board. So we're going to go ahead and do something similar to that with this, where we'll set them here with our dimensional lumber. We'll set the brackets, then we'll drop our beams in or our joists in, and we should be spot on. So here's a technique that I use a lot, especially when I'm working on a rim joist or a ledger board that is in an awkward position. I'll set my brackets prior to putting my ledger board up, or I'll go through with just a scrap block of my joist material and set my brackets in accordance to where that lines up properly with the top of my rim joist or ledger board. And that way I don't have to, one, hang all my joists and toenail them and then try to get the bracket around those toenails, especially if toenails are sitting proud or end up close to the nail holes that you have to put your Simpson nails in. That can be a pain. This makes it so it's a very clean, tight, and flush fit for your joists. The issue with pressure treated lumber and doing this technique is that no pressure treated board is the exact same dimension. So if you use one piece of lumber to set all your brackets, you could end up with discrepancies on your joists when you do set them all into those brackets. And that's where you would have to go back with a few shims to make sure that things are sitting right. Or in that case, maybe a planer if things are sitting high. So it's a great technique to save a ton of time, but it can bite you if you're dealing with some unruly material. So we'll see how this lines up. Right here, we're doing our interior bracket. This is what's gonna hold these two corners together. So we're not just trusting those nails and this end grain. A lot of areas, this is actually going to be code for any butt joints at the corner.
I throw the word scientific around a lot. It sounds
big
exciting.
words, big meanings, no one pays attention to them.
I mean, it sounds like I went to a 7-year school.
I did go to college for 7 years.
Did you really?
Yeah, walked away with 0 degrees.
Celsius or Fahrenheit?
Fahrenheit.
Nice.
Yeah.
We're just putting 2 in for now. Settle down. We are not flush here.
Point it out.
Look at the difference. I flushed everything at the top. You were there. Camera guy was right on us. He saw it. I did textbook procedure. Look at this fucking shit. That's flush. That's flush. There's a variable happening here. That's wild.
Here you see that we're sitting perfectly flush at the top.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're going for. So when we drop our joists in, we're looking for that. We're gonna show you the strength of kiln dried. Didn't hurt at all.
Just break your hand.
Someone call 911. I just broke every hand. Did you actually hurt your hand?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, it hurts, but no.
Not an injury. Yes. Okay.
We're cutting our 4x4s just for support, so we can kind of get our
Decks off the ground.
We don't want our decks in the dirt, so we're cutting these to get our decks off the dirt.
One of these
Further than you.
with one hand. Shot put.
Yep.
Nope. That was not good. Underhand. Damn, I should have went under. All right, we'll both get 2 tries.
You never bet against black. I don't know what you were thinking.
I gotta throw it again. Nope.
Let me see if I can beat mine.
Oh, that's going. I think you
I just
braced up
tore
some-
my freaking groin, yeah.
Did you?
Just give me flush up there.
No. There you go.
All right, so what we did here is we just threw 4 4x4s on this so that we could get it up off the ground so we can then put some stair stringers on it. But first things first, we're gonna move it over to the side and drop our joists in and see how flush we end up. So what we're doing is we're setting our joists in the preset brackets. They should slide right down. Look at that. That looks good.
Yeah?
That looks real good. Whack-a-mole, baby. A little low, but I mean.
That 1 out of 4 connections was low. This one's a little high. But I could smack that down.
We could even take a planer to it if we wanted to. Well, so
It's not bad.
outside of level, if you can get this shot right here, you can see that we're sitting up about 1/4 inch
Yeah.
on this side. So if I slide this down,
It becomes flush at some point. That'd be
we're
crazy.
better. Well, no,
Well, we have our crowns now, right?
we have our crowns here. That's about the best. That's about
That's-
the best right there.
But see, that's the problem. Is why is the structure changing as it goes with such a short distance?
So the issue is there's no determinant, right? There's no guarantee. There's no line that you're going off of. So here we're not bad. As a matter of fact, we're hitting on this one, not this one. And then when we move here, it's this one that's the problem. Well, then these two. So to fix this, you'd have to change the makeup of the wood because we're low here, we're high here, we're low there, or when we're high there, we're low there, right?
Mm-hmm. So this one's a little high for sure.
Let's drop it.
Different.
It's one of those things where how hard do you want to fight for not perfection? Yeah, just push it down.
Let's give it a little tap till it's flush. And then we'll have to enter different holes.
Yep.
Yep.
You like where that's at?
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, yes.
So we're lower, we're still high, but we're flush with this. So we can drop it below this, but then your decking's gonna have that kick up.
Yeah, so what I would do in this scenario is just get everything flush at the top, forget what's happening at the bottom, obviously.
Yeah. I
As
mean,
good
we
as
could
it's
spend
gonna
another
get.
hour moving this up, moving this up, moving that up.
It's actually relatively level too, so I'm gonna call it level.
That looks great to me.
Yeah, so we can just cut our stairs.
Stairs and bring them out.
Okay, so
Wait.
you know we have 5 steps.
Yeah, feel like I'm at the tippy top of my game, looking down at the rafters. I had to sun these boys, can't leave them bastards. A lot of dudes, just some undercover actors. I don't fall for it, I'm privy to all your tactics. Yeah, so try again, this time take a vitamin. Yeah, invite them in, welcome to the lion's den. And I'm Mufasa, big boss in charge of coming in like a bull. You see me raising the stock up, yeah. So baby, you gon' need some patience. I already won, now I'm just making a statement, Damn, baby, why your mans keep hating? You asking about the cake, you here for the celebrations. And I ain't fishing, I ain't really into baiting. I know they all wish I take away they maiden, but sorry I'm taking me and my lady mating. She look me in the eyes and tell me how much she loving on my confidence.
All right, so we almost died in the heat, but we're alive. We got 3 stair stringers cut. We're gonna just throw one on the on the outside, and then we're gonna split the middle on the inside, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna set this makeshift 2x4 that we got on here at the bottom. That's what our notch out is gonna sit on. This is not necessary, but it just gives you a little bit more peace of mind, especially when using standard lumber. If something were to fail or some screws were to pull out, it still has something that's gonna be holding that weight of that stair. So we're gonna go ahead and throw that in there with these GRK structural power lags. We got a mark on this.
Yeah, you see, yeah, you're right on it actually.
Okay.
You're right in the pocket.
That's pretty solid. I like that.
Yeah,
I like it. I like it.
It's working.
So one thing you see is that split. That's not bad. I'm not mad at that at all. That's going to happen.
That'll get worse over time, but it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Yeah. And line that nut right there, and this up with that, and get it square.
You good? Right.
Yep, go. Beautifully done. And we'll go to the other side. Do the same thing. Hang on a sec. See that? That's why we do it. But like, imagine if we took a level, you would think in theory that would work too. But what if the deck is slightly off? Now your stairs will start. Now we got it. All right, done. See? With wood, that's a sketchy game you're playing.
I was about to say.
Where that grain, that's where there was checking those cracks we saw earlier. This is where you do what's in the film industry they call a callback. So looking at all of the cracks that we saw earlier. But the problem is we have the cracks right where we need them not to be the most, right on the weakest part of the staircase. And that's what drives me nuts. The cracks are all right there on the triangle. So when we go to put a fastener in here into a deck board, that's just gonna pop right off.
So we finished our 4x4 landing with our 3 stringers, all made out of the kiln dried, which is the equivalent of what you would be using pressure treated in Texas. But this is a little bit higher end premium framing material for exterior. But you see here we have ingrain. That is something that has to be covered up by fascia. You're not gonna use your framing material as a fascia. So we're gonna go ahead and install the fascia per Trex installation specs.
Yep.
Get that installed on here, and then that'll be a wrap for this one.
It's gonna be a bit of a nightmare, but I think we can get it.
Yeah.
I think I can manage it actually. Just not gonna be easy, but I can do
Let's see what happens, see how it looks.
But I'm gonna do my best, and I have 20 years experience. And if I can't make it look pretty, we do need different tools to do it.
20 years ago, I was in elementary school.
20 years ago, I was 17 and I was on the job site. Fuck me.
I was on the job site too, but only in the summer.
You're junior high.
I was in junior high here. In the recommendation for warranty, right, for Trex,
This is what the manufacturer recommends.
what the manufacturer recommends is to have a standoff or
or like a shim behind.
a shim behind this Trex away from your pressure treated material or decking material,
Yeah.
so that the water does not get stuck between. As you can see here, if this is close, water gets back there.
Yes.
There's no escape. So in the building world, we consider it a rain screen, which is just any type of furring strips that allow water to drain out of the bottom.
Yeah, we call them furring strips.
So yeah, so we're gonna add some furring strips of 1/2 inch behind this per Trex specs, so that it applies to the real world if you're trying to go for the warranty.
Correct.
On the
Which
build.
you absolutely would be.
When you're spending this much money.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll cut a couple strips. They want one every time there's a joist. In our case, 16. If we were using Trex decking, it would be every 12.
Yep.
But in our case, we're using 16 because it's a demo, right? So I'll just cut a few at about 1.5 inches, 12, 11 and a half.
Look, I don't wanna talk. How you tryna press the kid and really you is soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the start, I don't wanna speak. I'm talking all that good, so I just hit you with the please. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peace.
To be fair, this is not the way I like to do things, but it's working. It'll work. Also, we got to be careful not to snap these stringers while we do this, because they want to break with this thing. Ready to pack those up in a minute. Honestly, it works. It's so close to working that it works. This right there.
So normally for this application, we would router it out with a flush cutting router bit,
Yep.
which is what they use for windows door openings on framing,
Yep.
stuff like this, where it gets you a nice clean cut and you don't have to guide the blade because the flush cut will run on your material. We don't have that here. We also don't have a jigsaw here. So
Yeah.
we're using the tools that we have to knock this out, which is a Sawzall. I'm gonna cut this one, you can cut that one, we'll see what it looks like.
Yeah, go for it. Little stair tread will cover that up.
Let's
I
just
could
say
try it
it's,
with circular saw.
it's
but-
nothing I would give to a client, but
Oh, I overcut. I got it clean, but I overcut it. So I'll try undercutting and finishing with the Sawzall.
that's a good idea.
That's what we're doing today.
I've got to be honest, I'm just not digging these extra steps.
Stopped a little short that time. Hopefully that does it.
One thing I want to showcase here is the real life application of what we're doing. We're in the middle of nowhere in South Dakota.
Yep.
We have a trailer of tools that is sparse compared to what you might have on a job site. But the real world application is, I mean, how many job sites have you been on where you end up without the right tool?
Yep.
You're an hour and a half from town to where you can get the right tool, and you have to make do with what you have. So in the end, there are things that could be done better in this scenario, some tools that we could have had that would be better application for what we're doing here. But in the end, what we're showcasing you is how to get something done with the tools that you have, and with that, what product comes out nicer and what's more forgiving in the end. So with this being done, we got one more cut. I suggest we
Get this
skip
one perfect.
we skip the fascia on this. We move to OC, and once we finish OC, if we want to come back and fascia this, we'll see. But at this point in time, this has taken so much longer
This is insane.
than what I do with OC. I want to make sure we get to that
Yeah.
and showcase what we can throw up with that.
Yeah, and they want not only a standoff every 16, they want 3 fascia screws every 16 that are tooled out and then covered.
We're at 5:30. We're gonna leave this like this for now so we can start on the OC.
Yeah.
Now I will say we're going into this OC frame, being in the sun all day.
Yeah.
And if there's anyone that wants to, shoot the about effort and attention to detail, let's just be honest. We are running on almost empty right now, and we're gonna see what we can do with OC. I'm a little nervous. It's a little off. You can see here that there's a little bit, when I go to the outside, you can see that I'm going flush here, but I'm a little back here. But we're talking about under a 16.
I'll set my blade to 45. And also the cool part about this product, it's exactly the same on both sides.
Yep.
So I don't have to worry about, so for example, my saw is cutting this way. So I actually probably have to come in here.
Yep.
Right? Because my 45 mark is here, and then I gotta go 2 inches for the cheek. So I'm actually needing to come in quite a bit to make sure that I
usually go in, what is it, 2.5?
I'll just go in a little bit here. And that'll be the whole bevel. Grab your 45 mark line, because you can't really follow the blade when you're cutting a 45, so you really have to trust the process and follow this mark, not this one. And then just, take deep breaths and control your breaths, I would say, and just cut it nice.
So we cut the first one, and what we can do is we can just pull from this side and keep working down our 20-foot board. I'm gonna die, dude.
Keep that in there.
I'm done.
I love that.
I'm done.
I'll be my trailer. She did. I'll get that last.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Yeah!
Damn.
When it's like mostly an opportune time. It's like you had a rip. The post at 32. Bang, bang, boom. Get this guy out of here. And drop him right there. That way our overhang is wherever I need it. Yeah, and if normally you would clamp it, you're the guy. Let me check.
Cash Money Records.
I want to make
Rules
sure.
everything.
This way.
No. No.
No, you're right. This
You
way.
son of a we're moving here. Don't.
So we're 48, 48, right?
Yes, sir.
0 to 48?
Yep.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, no. The 45s, yeah, or the 45 inch, not 45 degree.
So this is what we're gonna do. This is the remainder of that 20-foot board. So we've used 100% of that board. This is what's left. I'm gonna mark my 45. This is gonna be one of my joists on the interior.
Yeah, the waste is very little in comparison. Therefore, the amount we have to purchase would also reflect that.
So out of 20 feet, I'm losing 8 inches. That's good.
Yeah.
I got one more 45-inch cut that I have to make. This is factory end. I'm gonna check this real quick. I am really good. That's solid, so I'm not gonna have to cut or do anything off this. I'm gonna pull my 45 right off this end. Wham bam, 45. Mark.
You got it? Let me give you a hand. Oh, you got length for days. Beautiful.
Done.
Done.
All right.
You want to assemble this up here and then carry it over, or do you
Yep.
want to just assemble it with dirt? Doesn't matter to me.
Let's just put it.
All we need is a couple of composite screws and a couple of the plugs to match this color to assemble it for now, and then the rest can be hardware
On the inside.
Yeah. So there's
So we're gonna throw. I got a couple screws.
What have you learned?
So one thing that I've learned, and I'm sure you've learned,
Maybe.
is when you do your 45s, don't start them where you want to end. Start them where you want to start to get to where you want to end.
Preemptive correction. Because here's what's happening. We want to get a perfect 90 here. We got our 45s. You're going to want to see this, because see how they're slightly off from each other? if you come over here, we'll see what I'm
This
doing.
is where building gets sexy.
I'm going to drive this screw in, and it's going to pull this guy up into that guy. Probably not that much, but probably like that.
Yeah.
And what I do sometimes, if I get it halfway and it's already good and the screw's not all the way in, I'll start on the other side and then go back and finish it after. So right there, I'll start that. Good, you're good. I slipped out, but, and you're going to watch that just basically toe back into place. Now, a little trick that you can either can or can't. Will or won't keep. So that's deep enough to get a plug behind it. John, you can tell me if you hate it or love it.
The underdog's on top. I love it. I love it. I've even done
Especially
that
with
after
the
taking
plastic.
a light heat gun to it as well.
And then you can wipe the burrs off with your thumb, and you get a nice kind of manufactured look, you know? And that doesn't, it's not going to move. Like in my experience, I've done quite a bit of this stuff. It doesn't move the way that you think it's going
No.
to. If it moves at all, it all moves together.
Yep.
Because the frame moves with the decking.
And the end grain has the connection power to where it's not going to separate.
Correct. The time
It's
difference?
wild. We're looking good. So we're about 15 minutes in on building the OC. We almost already have the rim joist done. Next is setting the brackets. And then we're off to the races.
Woo! Master driver.
I'm gonna have to take that in a little bit more, but
Here, I'm gonna tuck it in like that. There you go. Woo! That's it.
I'm gonna pin
Oh.
it. I'm gonna pin it. I'm gonna pin this one too because I'm not deep enough for. I don't want you guys saying that this is something that you need a 2-team, tag team, 4 hands, 8 arms. I'm gonna just showcase one-man show, see how close I can get it with just 2 hands and a drill. I like that.
No hands. I'm not even looking.
Did you see it or did you not see it? Did you see it or did you not? Hey, get as close as you want on that. 2 hands,
Did you
miter
not see
corner.
it? Do you have a razor blade on you?
No, there's some in the truck though. You see it? Let me do it.
Did you see friggin' that?
I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest.
Did you not see that? Let's be honest.
All right, so we knocked out our rim joist, but the cool part about this is not only did we get our rim joist done, but this acts as our fascia as well. So that's 2 steps taken care of in one. After these are secured, the stability of this, moving it around, I know that it's secure. The 45 miters really help with strength, as well as the end grain on the OC has the same pull-out strength as the body of the OC. So when I have these end grain connections, I'm not worried about pull-out because I have the same type of connection as I would have if I was shooting screws into this face side. Setting our brackets again, just like we did with the other deck. We're in the same spot with the same technique.
Yep.
We got the scrap cut of OC. We're throwing it in our brackets. We're flushing it up top, and we're setting a screw.
That's it, baby.
That's it.
Yep. We can double. Now my bit's gone. God. What a shame.
That's what happens when you use DeWalt, but I do not endorse Milwaukee.
This is a Milwaukee bit.
Oh,
Don't even front on me right now.
that's why it's going out.
Trash. Just like,
Number 2.
you know what I...
You
that's
there?
right. Yep. Boom.
So we pin the outside of our 45s, but that's not going to give us up to code. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to throw the same brackets that we threw on our kiln dried treated lumber, and that's going to hold and solidify these corners, so we'll be good to go, and we'll only have to plug a few screws on the outside because this is our fascia.
Beautiful.
So now that we have the brackets done on one side, we're just going to flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. The reason we're doing it this way is because we're trying to keep it identical to what we did with the kiln dried build, is using a scrap piece of wood to set our brackets, putting our corner brackets in, lagging the same amount of screws in, and then moving on to cutting our 4x4s. So everything is staying the same. The process, the tools, the materials, it all stays the same. The only difference is one build is with kiln dried and one is with this Owens Corning lumber. So now that we got all of our brackets set, we are going to cut our 4x4. This is an Owens Corning 4x4 that is a structural support. So we just marked ourselves 4 pieces out of this, and we just cut them off.
And easy.
So we cut our four posts. These are just to get our platform off the ground so we can show you some stair stringers.
I need some T30s. You got a T30 on you?
I do.
If you're T30, you got to go to the dentist. It's already solid, yeah. And this one screw per post just to hold it up. I mean, you can give it a little tappy tap just for plumbing.
I'm just gonna be honest. Like I want everyone to know this is a very fair comparison. But having done that first, and this at the end of the day, how much easier this has been up to this point.
Insane.
Makes me really hard to like not just start trash talking that, dude. All right, so he's putting that plug in there to match the direction of the grain. He's just gonna slam her in there real quick. And my goodness, that's a fit made in heaven. You know what? No, I'm gonna say it's dead on. I'm gonna say it's dead on.
Dead on?
I say dead on.
Dead nuts?
We have not dropped these in here yet. We're just gonna drop them in and we're gonna see where we end up. And it is what it is. It's the end of the day, but that's no excuse. Our craftsmanship is our craftsmanship. Just don't look at the other one.
That's craftsmanship. It's different than craftsmanship. Has a P in it. That's actually dead ass.
This one might be a little high, but woo!
Not even dead nuts.
Get me excited.
It's dead ass.
Dead ass. It might be my eyes.
Some people don't look high. They are. There you go. No, that's fucking
Dang. All right, let's grab the level.
across it.
This is the shortest level slide I've ever. I think we're too.
But we're at the point where it's not rocking because there's no crown.
There's
Let's talk about the amount of time we saved. We didn't have to select. You just pulled it right off. Oh, careful. You just pulled it right off the pile at 20 foot, and we just started cutting.
We didn't even pull it off the pile. We kept it on the pile, cut it all up.
We didn't examine it.
Nope.
We didn't crown it.
Nope.
We didn't select which one was going to be for what.
Nope.
We just started cutting pieces.
Yep.
And boom.
So with this, you can see, and I'm gonna try to have the camera guy get the angle over here. We have very little light. We have a little bit of light right there, but overall, we are. You hear that? I'm not tilting. I'm just.
Yeah, that's alien technology. That's why NASA offered us jobs, but we said no because decks were our calling.
NASA was asking me.
Yeah.
If
SpaceX
I would go to
actually even
space.
tried to double what NASA offered.
But you know.
Right.
I'm doing a little too good to stoop down to NASA's level, you know.
Yeah. My passion is decks. So.
Let's just go cut our stringers real quick. Should take 10 minutes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. One thing you can learn about me. Ain't nobody putting word like me. Can't drip, can't sauce like me. Picking it up, I'm the main key. I am the one, not the two or the three. Get on my level if you wanna be. Better than never, I got what I need. Push on the limit, that's how it's gonna be. I promise I won't take it easy. It's only right that I come with that greasy. It's only right that I give him that pressure. Just watch, you don't have to believe me. Do my thing. Watch me do my thing. I'm a do my thing. I didn't come to play.
All right, so it's getting late. We're getting tired, but we got our stair stringers done with the Owens Corning. Now we did a 2x4, basically a ledger board for our PT or kiln dried frame over here. But with this, because the end grain has the same pull-out strength and hold strength as any part of the wood, we can actually send fasteners in this way and almost toe screw it. We could do it from the side if we wanted to, or we can shoot them from the back. But because we have this here, we can't actually get it from the back. So we're gonna take a go. Yeah, we can't take.
See that?
I can't.
Flawless, brother.
I can't.
I'm proud of you if you're not proud of yourself. I'm proud enough for both of us.
There's no pride left when I look over there.
That don't judge me for my past.
Judge me for my present.
Yeah, I've made some mistakes, okay?
Here, just hold it real quick. Okay. So we're gonna hold. You got a little
We're
high.
overcorrected by about a quarter inch, but if we go about a half inch, I would say, and go like right
Yep.
there. Yeah, let's. Together. Keep going till it countersinks. Yeah, keep going, keep going. That's pretty close.
That's pretty close.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Give it a little tap with a hammer.
I don't
I don't like that either.
So we were gonna go in from the top, but because these washer heads are so large, we're not getting that flush. I can't pull that tight enough. So what we're actually gonna do is hit it from the side, which I've actually done before. So we're gonna take this. This one's gonna be too hot, so I ain't gonna mess with it. I'm gonna go.
Just tuck it all back in the hole there.
Yeah.
There you go.
What's cool about that though is there's no integrity loss on
Correct.
that strip. If you did that with regular wood, that would blow out, no questions asked.
Just toss this thing.
With that,
Yeah.
it isn't a
I'm
problem.
gonna go down a bit to get
Yep.
where you need to be. There
Well,
you
let
go.
me get set for you.
And I may have to go auto slight correction inwards. Oh. There you go.
Ooh, that's a snug fit.
You got her, buddy.
I like it.
That's very nice. Imagine
Again.
trying to. I'd say go try that with a fucking.
I just got to do
wood
it.
straighter, See what happens.
Same cut. No cut, no camera tricks. Let's see what happens if
Yeah.
you do that on here. Throw this in right here.
Just tore through it. Garbage.
Waste.
No question.
A waste.
Long not swear day.
You good?
Yeah, I think that'll do it. I'm going to
good?
pick up on the frame a little bit while you tighten it. There you go.
So when we set this one in, again, because we have the ingrained strength, I can just, you good?
Yeah, I got it. Beautiful.
Set that on our mark.
Put a couple of those in there and you're off to the
Throw my
races.
square down to make sure we're plumb. Dang,
We're plumb?
we're plumb. Off rip.
That's the deck gods. That's actually
Done.
The gods I do worship are construction gods.
I'll never do that again in my life. Sorry. Okay, so let's break down the Owens Corning prices first. The 2x12 boards ran $14 per linear foot for a total of $560 for two 20-foot boards. The 4x4s by 10 foot came in at $10.05 per linear foot for a total of $100.05. The hangers and angle brackets were $31.24. Simpson hangers $19.49. Structural power lags $22.64. Composite deck screws $11.48. OC screw plugs $9.72 for a total of $754.62. And if you look at the waste that we had on the Owens Corning build, we used almost every piece of what we purchased. The time to build the Owens Corning deck was 2 hours and 17 minutes, and that's excluding all brakes and camera brakes. Now for the kiln dried pressure treated build, we got 8-foot boards that cost $25.99 each. We got 16 of them for a total of $414.24. We got two 4x4x8 posts, which cost $17.08 for a total of $34.16. We got hangers and angle brackets for $31.24, Simpson screws for $19.49, structural power lags for $22.64, and the Trex 1x12 fascia boards $141 each, totaling $567. The fascia screws were $48.62, fascia plugs were $16.79, and the total kiln dried build came out to be $1,414.13. Now, if you were to go return those 6 boards that you didn't use from the PT pile, you could get that price down to $1,259.84, which OC would still beat out by $505.22. To get below the Owens Corning price, you would have to eliminate all fascia board, all fascia screws, anything that goes along the perimeter, and that would get you down to $367.48, which would beat Owens Corning by $387.14. Time to build the kiln dried structure was 4 hours and 45 minutes, which was almost double the amount of time that it took to build the Owens Corning build. So depending on your labor costs, you still might be in the red. Hopefully you guys got something out of it. Be sure to like, subscribe, follow. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you guys want me to do more tests on pressure treated versus OC, let me know what you want to see in the comment section, because again, I want to give you guys as unbiased of an opinion. I appreciate you guys for watching. Gord, thanks for coming out and being a part of this.
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate it.
It's fun.
We'll see you guys on the next one. Much love.